Arctic, Antarctic, two poles, both extremely cold due to their position, yet one stands out as a cold hill, whereas the other one is just cold. Why? The two poles have alternatively 6 months of day and 6 months of night. Both are extremely cold yet drastically different. Arctic is a civilization. It's like a cold Africa. A hunter tribe lives in the North Pole region. Antarctic, on the other hand, is completely devoid of human life. The only people who reside there are the researchers or the part of military group stationed for military exercises. However, it's not completely devoid of life altogether. Penguins, sea lions and whales live in that region. Antarctica is colder than the North Pole due to several factors. Reason 1. The altitude. Antarctica is a high elevation continent with average height of around 2,400 meters, about 7,874 feet above sea level.
The mountain is called Mount Vinson. It's almost 5,000 meters in altitude and it's extremely remote.
This elevation contributes to the cold temperatures, as the environmental lapse rate in the troposphere is about 6.5 degrees per kilometers, leading to a significant temperature drop with height. Arctic, on the other hand, is not on solid mass and is actually deeper than sea level, and is only solid because of the frozen sea due to its temperature. The sea depth at the North Pole has been measured at about approximately 4,261 meters, which is 13,980 feet, by the Russian Mir submersible in 2007, and at 4,087 meters, about 13,409 feet, by the USS Nautilus in 1958. Which makes the average depth at about 4,000 meters. The second reason is the lack of ocean currents. The North Pole is located over the Arctic Ocean, which has a moderating effect on temperatures. The ocean absorbs and releases heat more slowly than land, helping to keep the Arctic slightly warmer than Antarctica. In contrast, Antarctica is surrounded by a vast ice sheet that does not have the same moderating influence. The third reason is the geographical position. Antarctica is a continent surrounded by an ocean, while the Arctic is an ocean surrounded by a continent. This difference affects the way heat is distributed and retained in each region. The Arctic Ocean's ice cover is also thinner and more mobile compared to the thick stationary ice sheet covering Antarctica. The average thickness of the ice cap in Arctic Ocean is about 3 to 4 meters, whereas in Antarctica it's about 2.2 kilometers. The fourth reason is wind pattern. Antarctica is surrounded by strong unobstructed wind that can prevent warmer air from mixing with the cold polar air, keeping the continent colder. Antarctica can have a strong blizzard that can drag down you. In fact, Antarctica holds the record among continents for sustained wind speed, meaning it stays that way for a prolonged period of time. Wind speeds can reach 200 miles per hour here, which is roughly 320 kilometers per hour, which is comparable to a storm, a cyclone, or tornado. Most research teams learn to deal with the wind. Here in this video you can see a person struggling to keep himself on the ground. The Arctic, on the other hand, has land masses around it, and that can slow the wind, reducing their impact on temperature moderation. The wind speed in Arctic may reach up to 50 miles per hour, which is roughly 80 kilometers per hour. This is a video submitted by a Reddit user who goes by the name Core7 in the subreddit r/well-that-sucks, who actually works in that region. Here you can see that the snow and the wind is blowing pretty fast, but it's nothing compared to what we have just saw in the Antarctica. Keep this in mind, we are comparing two of the most cold parts of the earth, and the only region North Pole doesn't feel dangerous because Antarctica, the South Pole, is like 2 times colder. These are extremely dangerous parts of the earth, and in fact early explorers who were the part of HMS Erebus and HMS Terror lost their life while exploring the North Pole. You should be extremely careful while trying to go to either of these parts of the Earth, and must consider consulting experts and professional crew before going to either of these poles. These factors combine to make Antarctica the coldest continent on the Earth, with a recorded temperature as low as minus 89.6 degree at Vostok Station, compared to the North Pole's average winter temperature of minus 40 degrees Celsius. If you like this video, if you learned something, please consider liking this video and subscribing to my channel. Thank you.